I'm so truthful with who I am. There's nothing anybody can tell y'all about me that I haven't already said publicly, privately, whatever. So purpose and truth. Find your purpose and walk in your truth.
All right, listen, if you are a coach consultant, I know something about you. The average is you make less than $5,000 a month, okay? And you never, ever get to $20,000 a month. I think the exact number is $4,524 a month. That's your average. But most coaches, consultants never get to the $20,000. But the number one reason is because you're having a hard time attracting clients. You need client attraction. Well, the good news is my friend, my coach, my mentor helped me make $35,000 in less than a week. And it was all the information from his paid ad playbook, Mr. Marquell Russell. He has the receipts to vouch, including myself, okay? Listen, he helps you attract clients. You need the paid ad playbook. If you want to get 50 to 100 new leads every single day, you're going to need the paid ad playbook. To this date, his clients have generated over $500 million in sales, $500 million. And he's giving you this paid ad playbook for free, absolutely free, 100% off, just for our social proof listeners. Listen, so if you are a coach, a consultant, a service provider, a course creator, and you want to get people to pay you $3,000 to $10,000 for your product or service, for your expertise, you need to go to socialproofgift.com. It's a gift for you. Socialproofgift.com or text proof to 904-447-5274. All right, let's get to the episode. Dope. Okay.
I didn't know it was going to be a live audience.
It's up. And it's stuck, B.
It is crazy.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I've been following your career, and like from music to comedy.
Yeah.
Then it's like you'll jump back into music a little bit. And then you're just a lit person as an entrepreneur, everything. So
thank you.
My first question for you is, were you always funny?
Yes. I got kicked out of class for being funny. But the teachers, can I cuss?
No.
Okay.
Be yourself, but try to keep editing. You know what I mean?
Damn, I cuss a lot. I mean, dang, sorry. The teachers, mess with me. So they would kick me out of class and then come out and be like, girl, don't do that. But that was funny. So I've always been funny, like class clown, goofy, but I never thought my personality would, take me to my career.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And where are you from?
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas is in the building.
Hey, get
So did B-Simone ever work a job?
Yes.
Where?
Oh my God. I was a waitress. I worked at a strip club. I was not a stripper, but
bartender?
I was a bottle girl.
Okay.
Yep.
Which one?
Not in Atlanta. I'm in business. In Dallas. Strip club, waitress, retail. Yeah, my first jobs were in retail.
So who were you before this person, B-Simone?
Yeah. I grew up with my grandmother in Dallas, Texas. I was a licensed cosmetologist. I actually got accepted to Prairie View. So I was supposed to go to college, right? Yeah. And the day, this is how bold I am. The day we were supposed to drive down to Prairie View, we were packing up the car. And I looked at my grandmother. I was like, I don't want to go to school.
Why?
Because I didn't want to go to school. I wanted to be an entertainer. I wanted to do hair. I was very artistic. I did not want to go to college. I was doing it because I thought it was just what you were supposed to do. You go to middle school, you go to high school, you go to college, you get a job. But in my heart, in my mind, that's not what I wanted to do. And when I looked at her, one tear fell. She was like, well, what do you want to do? I was like, I want to go to cosmetology school because that would give me more time to I love doing hair. So that would give me more time to do what I loved in the midst of trying to figure out my artistry. So she was like, okay, I'll pay for it. So I went to college. Yeah.
That was easy?
It was that easy.
No, so I did the same thing. I was going to college and my mom was like, we went to the school. I was like, Mom, I don't want to go there. She said, so?
Boy, get your ass up. Come on.
So your mom, she supported your career?
My grandmother, my family, everybody supported me. So I went to cosmetology school and I did hair. Last year would have been 15 years doing hair. Not having my license, but I started doing hair when I was 15.
Gotcha.
And I got my license right out of high school and I did hair in her kitchen for Years while I was recording music. I was in my first girl group at 15.
So the objective was to be a cosmetologist and an artist?
I wanted to do music. So my goal, y'all, I really thought I was going to be on tour with Beyonce. God was like, slow down, baby girl. Slow down. So I really wanted to do music. I was in a girl group and we eventually broke up and I continued on with music.
Right.
And doing hair in my grandmother's kitchen. I was making so much money for me at that time. Like, you know, I would work, okay, I'll take my first client at 10. If somebody wanted to come at 6, yep, pull up. I'll be up at 5. I was like, girl, I'm booked, but if you could come at 5 a.m., I'll take you. And they would pull up. What? My granny would be like, be quiet. All that laughing. You know, if they would come, I would take them. And that was kind of my problem too. I overworked myself. I was like, if I'm not using my hands, I'm not making money. That was a problem for me. And back then, I didn't even know the word. At 22, 23, I didn't know the word entrepreneur. I didn't know about my own business, but it was in my mind. I was thinking like an entrepreneur, not knowing it. I knew if I'm not working with my hands, I'm not making money. And at that moment, that was a problem for me. So, you know, I figured out other ways to make money. I started selling little hair stuff. I would go to the beauty supply store and I would like up the sale for my clients or whatever. I'm like, oh, you need that? I got it here, but it's more, you know? So
were you around somebody that gave you the thought or you were just like, dang, I don't want to work with my hands no more?
Not one person.
No inspiration. It's just...
No.
You knew something was wrong.
Something was off. It was always in me. There's not an entrepreneur in my family. Everybody is still working. It was just in me. It was in me. But I was always artsy. So, you know, working with my hands, doing hair, doing music, drawing, so stuff like that.
So, but this whole journey, you're still going on music.
Music. Right. I want to do music. Actually, one of my good friends in Dallas, Texas, she moved to Atlanta and we would come to Atlanta all the time. So she came and then she came back to Dallas. She was like, if you don't move to Atlanta, I can't be your friend no more. You holding yourself back. Like, you ain't finna do nothing here.
Wow.
She was like, you need friends like that. When I tell you, not only did she force me, I was like, okay, I'm gonna save up $3,000. I had my little Toyota 3 hubcaps. I love that car. I didn't care. I still drove that car around Atlanta. EJ, one of my good friends who got me to get on this podcast, she was like, if you pull up in that car again, we cannot be friends. You have money now. I would valet it like, don't scratch her. Like, what? Girl, I ain't nobody worried about this Toyota. Where your hubcap at? But that's the car I drove to Atlanta. So
and what year was this?
This was 6 years ago. So I was 25. When was that? 6 years ago. I'm 31 now. So I moved when I was 25.
Wow. 5, 6 years ago. Your whole life can change.
Yeah, but people don't understand. They see me come from... Well, let me finish my story.
Yes.
Because I got so many thoughts.
Go for it.
Slow down. Okay. So she was like, if you don't move, I'm not going to be your friend. Right? So her name is Pharaoh. Still friends to this day, over a decade. She comes down to Atlanta. She's like, okay, when you reach your $3,000 goal, you're going to move. Mind you, I'm working in a strip club now. Hustling, doing hair, working. I got that $3,000, got my car, and that's all I had. So she came back, packed up my car with me and drove. And we got an apartment together here in Atlanta. Wow. That $3,000 was gone in 2 weeks.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Oh my God. My first time paying bills, being an adult. I'm in my grandmother's house this whole time up until then. I had no bills. And I was making so much money in her house. I only paid my cell phone bill. I was traveling, going to Miami, just lit, you know?
So I'm sorry, real quick. So you're making a lot of money.
Yeah.
And the goal is to save $3,000.
I just wanted to say, I thought that was a lot.
But was the because you were making money, like, were you just like spending it as fast as it came in?
Yes.
That's what I see from the story. Because it's like, we have to save $3,000, but I'm making a lot of money.
I only want to save $3. I was buying stuff, okay? You know what I spent most of my money on? Not bags, purses, shoes, designer stuff. I kind of got into that more recently a little bit. Food and travel. I wanted to travel a lot. I was like, I don't want to stay in Dallas. I wanted to go to Miami and LA and all these places I had never been. So I would travel a lot. But that's what I spent my money on. It was gone.
Gotcha. And what'd your friend do? What was she doing as a...
Music.
So she was doing music
We both moved to Atlanta to do music together. We were both independent artists. But she was waitressing, working regular jobs. She worked at Nordstrom and, stuff like that.
Okay, proceed.
Yep.
You get your $3,000. You're here.
Got my $3,000. I'm here. I was gone in 2 weeks. I had to get a job, and then I ended up working at a hair salon out here. I went around, found some stuff, and then my social media was kind of picking up a little bit because I came from MySpace. Once again, back to my earlier thought. People don't understand. They're like, oh, you're on Instagram. First of all, I've been on Instagram 8 years. Let's start there. It's been almost a decade of Instagram videos. Yeah. But before that, I was more popular on MySpace and Pinterest. So back in the MySpace days, Pinterest. My pictures would go viral on Pinterest. So in the MySpace days, I was on like people's top 8. Or do y'all remember that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'm like, I've been on social media for a long time. It didn't just like one video go viral on Instagram and then that was it. No, I've been on Instagram for almost a decade. So, constantly posting. So yeah, I got out here, started taking my social media more serious. What transferred me to comedy was I would post my music. Like, this song is so good. It would get like 4,000 views. And then I would post a ranting video and it would get like 400,000. I was like, y'all not the music.
Edit it, B. Edit it. Let's stay edited.
Sorry. Y'all not messing with the music. Sorry, I cuss so much. I'm working on that. But I was like, dang, I thought my music was good. Like, okay. So the people led me into comedy. So and it was just me being myself, ranting about my day, being a waitress, making $15 that day. I remember I still have it. It's a journal diary. And I wrote in it, like, I made $15. I go back and read it. I made $15 today, but that's cool. I know everything's going to be fine. Some of the pages are wet because I was crying and writing.
Wow.
Like, there's watermarks on the pages, but yeah, I wasn't making no money, so that's where it started. And then I moved to Instagram and the people pushed me into comedy because I just looked at the views. If this is what y'all want, I'm being myself anyway. Let me keep telling y'all about my day. Yeah. And it just turned into comedy videos and then skits. And, now I'm a comedian based off of that. Right. Just following that, lane.
Your original brand on social media, was it intentional to be music? Like, yo, I'm just going to put my songs out there.
Intentional. I had a whole album on iTunes. As soon as I started popping, I was like, take this down.
So
no one can hear this. Not a soul. People still DM me. Like, I'm like, girl, I'm about to block you. That is the past. That album is gone, sweetie.
So I put music up and then ranting videos.
Yeah.
Were the ranting videos funny or it was like just voicing my frustration?
Funny. I mean, I guess I wasn't intentional about the funny though. I was just being myself. So once again, that class clown thing, telling the story in a comedic way, I guess. Y'all, today I was at work and oh my God, this white boy walked up to me and was like, whatever happened, I would just say it in such a funny way. And I would read the comments. I'm like, dang, this is what y'all want. I'm going to keep telling y'all about my day. I'm going to keep ranting. I started at the beginning of when people were making videos. Because at first Instagram, y'all know it was just pictures. Yeah. Once the videos started popping, I made videos.
Man, I think that might have went over some people's heads. You said I was just being myself.
I was just being myself.
Being myself, I think, is one of the hardest things. I was just telling somebody in the lobby, being yourself is one of the hardest things to do when you got so much stuff to look at.
It's only hard when you don't know who you are.
We can clap that up.
It's only hard if you don't know who you are. You have to find who you are. And I'm still learning that. Every year I evolve. I'm in therapy right now. My therapist was like, write down 20 things that make you happy. She was like, yep, call me tomorrow. So, some of those deep questions, it's like, who am I? Does this, and I'm going to go back to EJ, on my $1 million journey, I sold my car, which was almost 2 years ago. I still don't have a car. And I'm a multimillionaire. I still don't have a car. I almost bought a $300,000 G-Wagon because of the stuff I saw on the internet. And I sat with myself. I said, do I really even want this G-Wagon? I'm never in town. Soon as I drive off the lot, it depreciates. It's going to be in my garage. I don't own any land because I stay in an apartment.
Come on, babe.
Why am I buying a G-Wagon? Because I'm conditioned to think that's what you do when you get money. Right? I sold my Toyota. Now I need a luxury car. This is what I'm seeing as I'm scrolling. I ain't had a car for 2 years. I am comfortable. I don't cook. So all I'm doing is Uber Eatsing. I ain't never at the grocery store. I'm never in town. One of those years was a pandemic. I wasn't doing nothing. Why would I go buy a $300,000 car for it to sit in my garage? I need to own some land. I need to invest. That's what works for me. But that's because I know myself. I know myself, and I didn't allow outside sources and social media to make me feel pressured to go do that. I Uber everywhere. EJ picked me up this morning. You should you want to ride? I was like, I could drive my sister's car. She got a little Ford in the back. But it goes with my lifestyle. I don't like to drive anyway. I love getting in an Uber, sitting in the back, answering emails, sleeping, being on my phone, working in the back seat. Convenience. That works for me though. I didn't allow outside sources to make me feel like I had to go buy a car. I don't even have a car.
What is first off, do you do regular Uber or Uber Black?
It depends on where I'm going.
Okay, because me and Ernestine she be like, we going somewhere. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting a regular Uber.
No, it depends on where I'm going because I'm hopping a dinged up Uber real quick. Like, thank you. They got B-SIMONE. I'm like, yeah, come on. It's me. It's me, Black Queen.
She's trying, though. She's trying.
Me, Black Queen.
So,
first of all, we've been up here like 15 minutes. I only did 3.
That's good. Let's clap it up for B-SIMONE. Yeah.
I'm working on me.
I do want to know the journey of, have you always been yourself or was it a process? Like some people are natural, like they are just them. But some people are struggling.
Oh, I don't know why that question's gonna make me emotional. I've always been myself. 2020, soon as I thought I found myself and I was walking in my truth, I changed. Wow. I changed and I tried to hold on to the girl I used to be. And that's not even who I am anymore. So that was a scary thing for me. When you change and you grow and you evolve and you shift and you're maturing and people around you aren't, or you're not the same person. First of all, the person you used to be is not who God intended you to be. It was just a part of you to get you to where you're going. And I was scared to change. I'm like, I don't like standing on the tables at the clubs no more. I don't like going out all the time. I like being at home. Big crowds. I used to want to be the center of attention. Now big crowds kind of give me anxiety. I changed as soon as I was walking in my truth. And that scared me. But once I started to accept, it's okay. You're not 21, you're 31. Okay, you're going to evolve, you're going to grow. And that old B-SIMONE or Braelyn, who you used to be, is not who God intended you to be. That is a part of you to get you to this point and continue to evolve. So yes, I've always been myself, but I feel like in different chapters and journeys and parts of life, you're going to change and find that and walk in that. Don't try to hold on to who you used to be.
And what do you think forced that change? Was it people? Was it circumstances?
My career took off. The more popular I got, the more introverted I got.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Now I'm. Hey, you a fan or a hater? Bitch, it's like, I'm always on edge. It turned me introverted a little bit, and I'm kind of getting back to the balance of it. But the bigger I got, the quieter I got. I'm like, well, that's not what got me big. My personality. This is what made me. This is what got me to this point. I had to keep this girl up. I have to be the life of the party. I have to be lit. The bigger I got, I stopped drinking so much. I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to rest. I'm trying to be healthy. The bigger I got, I didn't want to be out late. So now I'm not networking with those same people because they in the club every night. Yeah. The bigger, I changed the bigger I got, and it scared me because I felt like I had to do those same things because that's what got me to this point. But I'm just on a different chapter. For sure. I'm on a different path. I'm evolving, and that's okay too. Yeah. So I challenge you guys to embrace the new you. Don't be scared of it.
Well, last year, and I read a quote too. They said people spend their whole lives wanting to be known, and then they become known, and then wear dark shades to avoid being seen.
It's like, excuse me, and B-SIMONE, I'm just the mess, and my news is real. Move. Please.
Let me ask you, so last year you had that issue where I think you said something about the type of man that you want, right?
Yep.
Do you think that caused you to not want to be so out there because you're a target now?
I think it was numerous things. So I had my $1 million journey. If anybody followed it, it's still on YouTube. Man, that was insane. And I saw an interview, I was looking at your page today, but somebody said a millionaire means you have it attainable, not we've made $1 million, So that was my goal at 30. I want to be a millionaire. I want to see it in my account. I've come across the millions, of course, but to see it tangible, those zeros, that was my goal at 30. So I had 300,000 to go. I did all these, I did back to go doing hair and this and that. We reached the goal. Cool. It took me 30 years. So I reached this goal at 30 years to see the million in my account. It took me 30 days to be a multi-millionaire. 30 days after that, I made $1 million in 1 month. So which is great. But then I had the most depressed year of my life. Soon as I became a millionaire, it was the darkest year of my life. From media to losing people out of my circle to my team falling apart. That's why if the money is the goal, you're going to get the money.
Come on.
If the money is the goal, you're going to get it. Whatever you put your mind to, you are going to get. If the $1 million house is the goal, you're going to get it. But when you get there, if your mind ain't right, if your foundation ain't strong, if your work, who is your source? If that's not right, the finances and the materialistic goals don't matter. And I thank God for my mind. Because during that depression, I was sane. I was good. And I knew I was going to come out of it. But to answer your question, going back to that, the book, the 9 to 5 comments, the lies on it's mind-blowing. Anybody can put out something and the world's going to believe it. It don't matter what it is, right? So the 9 to 5 comment, and I'll go back to that. Every day in my stand-up show, clap if you still work a 9 to 5. Clap, 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 clap. I'm going to tell y'all exactly my comment for those that don't know. I said I would never date a man with the 9 to 5 at this stage of my life. I don't want to date a guy at Foot Locker. I made a joke, right? And at my stand-up show, I end my show with this now. I'm on tour with Martin Lawrence, arena of 30,000 people. I end my show with this. And this is how God uses purpose. God will embarrass you to use you. Watch.
Come on.
Watch. Baby. This is purpose. Listen. He will embarrass. I was so embarrassed. Oh, they're not understanding me. They're not this. They're not that. I get up on that stage. I say, in the arena, clap if you heard my 9 to 5 comment. Yeah, we heard it. Clap if you have a 9 to 5 in here. And they clap it. I said, y'all are some of the hardest working citizens in the nation. You get up, you go to work, you take the kids to school, you clocking into a job you probably don't give a damn about. You got other hopes and dreams and all. You work so hard. I had a 9 to 5 listing 3 years ago. And then I say, clap if you would love to be there the next 50 years. The arena, I'm talking 30, gets quiet. It goes from almost 100% of people to about 20%. I said, okay, if you would love to be there the next 50 years, I ain't talking to you. God bless you. Let me talk to these people that are going into this job every single day. You depressed, you got anxiety, you taking it out on yourself, your kids, your mom, your dad, because you don't want to be there. God has planted a seed in your heart. He has given you purpose. And until you find that, you lost. Find that. You want to be a doctor. You want to be a lawyer. You want to open up your own daycare center. You want to have your own boutique, but you're too scared to do it and step out on faith. So no, I'm not going to date a man who sees me living my dream every day and he's at a desk and he can't walk in his purpose. What is your purpose? What is your purpose? If you are at your 9 to 5 and you feel like that's your purpose and you are walking in that, that is beautiful. My comment wasn't for you. My comment is for that man that is sitting there. I'm telling you this from the bottom of my heart. I'd rather date a man that has a plan, ambition, and he's selling clothes out of his trunk and they fly as hell. I'll help you with that business because you have a vision. You have purpose. Care about something. If your thing is microphones, tell me why microphones are cool. Talk to me. Be passionate about something. We so lost in this cycle of working to live, we done lost passion and purpose. So no, I'm not going to date a man that works at Foot Locker. Thank you. Next question.
Goodness gracious. Listen, man, there's a difference between announcing you have a business, a new business, and launching your business. Announcement means, hey, I got this product, link in my bio. That doesn't work. You have to launch your business. It's got to be a big deal. Now, Nehemiah Davis, and this is somebody that I am personally mentored by, he is putting together the fast launch blueprint, okay? And he put this thing together, something that he's used, and thousands of other people have used his signature launch strategy to their own success. So he put together the fast launch blueprint and he's giving it to you, which I don't know why, for $1. So if you go to fastlaunchblueprint.com, it is $1. Now, I understand this might change, but if you go to fastlaunchblueprint.com, you will be able to get this signature launch strategy that has worked for him and thousands of other people, including myself, for $1. Go to fastlaunchblueprint.com. Back to the episode.
Whew.
Yo, I think this is going over your head. Like the way that you can take what's hurt you, but in the moment where you're hearing all the backlash, what's going through your head?
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
I know maybe you didn't put that set together in that moment.
Yeah. And real quick before I answer that, my point of doing that at the end of the way God used that comment was brought around full circle for me to say that on tour with Martin, to touch somebody. I said it yesterday. I said, the girl said, you pointed at me and said, you want to open up, I'm just talking. You want to open up your own daycare center. She comes to me crying and says, I've been trying to do that for 2 years. And I pointed at her and said it. That is purpose. So God used that moment for me to speak and talk to these people, But excuse me, what was your question? I'm sorry.
I forgot.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so into
my dad's a pastor and I do his mannerisms and it's like
Nah, because that's crazy. Because if that never happened to you, you would have never added that part. You'd have never really talked to somebody.
God would do all that. He would make that 9 to 5 comment be something so negative just for this moment.
And while
just for this room. I had to go through all that just to talk to you. You get what I'm saying? That's purpose though. Or whoever's taken from it.
Yeah.
Some people's pain turns into triumph and that's how God uses you.
But in that moment, going through it, what's going on mentally?
It was one of the darkest moments of my life. It happened amongst so many other things. My sister got sick and somebody on my team I wasn't trusting. And it was so many other things. But the main thing, people can be like, oh, she's fun. She's not funny. She got a little gap. Look at that scar on her eyebrow. My weight's so up and down. Oh, she getting big. All the pregnancy comments. You pregnant? No, it's Chipotle, baby. It's Chipotle. Double wrap burrito. All that doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me. What bothered me the most, and I got in my mind about, that's why you control your mind, you control your life, control your mind. You have got to learn how to control your mind. My character. When people question my character, that had me in my room crying. Mm-hmm. Because when you are truly trying to be a pure soul and do right, and your heart is pure, and you be the best person to the best of your ability, I base my life on that. And when people question my character, that's what tore me down. Mm-hmm. And that was the first time it had happened. I called T.I., all my mentors, Nick Cannon. I called Amanda Seals. And I cried to all of them. I'm like, how do y'all do this every day? They were like, welcome to the dark side. Like, what's up? You in now. Mm-hmm. They hate you. Come on, keep going. You're doing the right thing. And I looked at so many documentaries. I remember during that time I watched the Whitney Houston documentary. I looked up stuff on Michael Jackson. I'm like, let me look up these legends. I look up stuff on Beyonce. I'm like, they made fun of Whitney Houston's crack addiction on SNL. And I'm over here worried about what these people think. They blamed Michael Jackson. I'm like, these legends went through public, like, you making fun of Whitney Houston's crack addiction on a comedy show? Could you imagine how she felt? Yeah. So I'm like, come, this ain't nothing. I ain't even reached my peak. I've been doing this for 3 years. Come on. Wow. Come on, girl. You tripping.
And I know Desi went through it too, because I had him on the
We went
podcast.
through it around the same time.
Who went through it first?
I think, no, you know what? This is so funny. He went through it first because he said, when they got you, I was glad he was on me. Desi went through it first because I remember that conversation. He was like, I was so glad you got canceled. I was like, that's not funny. He was like, man, when they got you, there was nobody worried about what I said. I was like, oh my God. I wish I was first, but he was first.
No, when really watching y'all two, it really gave me anxiety.
Oh my God,
yeah, absolutely. Because
I was in my room like, why am I crying over Twitter? Like crying, like, why do these people think this about me? But I was human. I was being a human. We want people to like us and we want people to love us and get it. I want everybody to get it. Come on, can't you see I'm a good person? Look at me. I'm trying to help you. I'm doing this for my family. I'm a great person. I'm showing y'all. everybody ain't gonna get it.
Yeah.
Everybody's not gonna see that. And the people that it's for, I need to focus on those people.
Yeah.
Focus on those people. Those are the people God called you to lead, not the people that don't get it. They're not a part of your purpose.
Yeah.
Focus on the people that you are touching. So, once my mindset shift, it was, pick myself up and kept going.
Yeah, but the situation gave me anxiety because I don't got as many followers as you, but I'm growing. You know what I mean?
You're great.
We almost there. But
you got more money than me. Come on, followers. Give me some money. These followers ain't money. I done had 3 sales this week. I'm like, come on, 20% off.
No, but seeing it, it's like...
Please,
I don't, it's like, it's a double-edged sword. I want to help people and I want to influence people, but you become a target.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the same people that need you to help them that will shoot at you because you're on stage. And it's not that, I know I say stuff wrong. I'm at this moment, I'm waiting to say something that people don't like because I'll say whatever on my mind.
Yeah.
And it really gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
I'm nervous about it.
Yeah. I get it. After the whole cancellation, first of all, every 48 hours, I woke up to something new in the media about me. I didn't want to wake up. I was like, and I had to be on social media because it's my occupation. Yeah. This is how I feed my family. Yeah. My sister's sick. She moved back in with me. She's not working. I have to. There's no other option. I'm like, every 48 hours, it was something else. So it's like anxiety. Sure. But when you're walking in your purpose, have that moment. Whatever you're going through as an entrepreneur, have that moment. I just went through a breakup. And the other day I said, I'm about to cry. And then I cried. And I said, okay. But I said, I didn't try to fight it. I'm over him. No, you're feeling something right now. Cry. Okay, we good? I'm back. But feel it. Whatever that is, sometimes you don't know. It could be so many things. Sometimes I used to cry and not know why, but I knew it was a reason.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Just random crying?
Yes. Not feeling depressed. It's called depression. Feeling dark, feeling moody, feeling like a cloud is over your head for months. What is wrong? There's a shift. Something isn't right. I was lit 2 months ago. Now it's a shift. Something isn't right. I was depressed. Whether it was on a scale of 2 or a 10, it was a depression.
Yeah.
So whatever that feeling is, feel it. I'm not saying live there, but feel it, accept it, acknowledge it, and then figure out ways to move forward. I would cry and not know why. That's the scariest thing. Why am I crying? I would write down, okay, well, today this happened. And when I was happy, I would write down why I felt happy. Yeah. And I would, figure out what those triggers were.
Yeah. So we got the public scrutiny from social media, and you said like your team was breaking up.
Yeah.
Was it? Do you feel like it was your leadership, or was it what? Because this is the journey that I'm on in terms of keeping people happy.
Part of my leadership was being friends with everybody and being overly nice. So it was my leadership. I was not a boss. I was your friend. My employees, their car breaking down on the way to ship, I would go pick them up. I would do that. Here, extra money. You need your check early? Take your check early. You're my homegirl at this point. You're not my employee. You're not working. I got too close to my team. And now that I have boundaries, they like, yep, go do that. Yep. No, we're not doing that today. Nope. Where's the video? It's not edited. This is how I talk now. And then, thank you so much. I'm so polite. I'm so nice, but I am not your friend anymore. You work for me. And if we can't get the work done, the whole ship is going to fall apart. Wow. I was too nice.
Yeah.
And I still battle with that.
Yeah.
I let so much stuff slide and okay, they'll get it done tomorrow. No, the deadline was today. But because I'm so close to my videographer, my, product manager, social media, you let things slide. That's what tore it apart. Me being overly nice.
So how do you create the boundary? I mean, I'm nice, right, Joe? Good.
He's like, I mean,
because especially if you start out that way.
If you start out that way, eventually it got to a point where because I was so close with some people, I'd let them go. I had to let them go. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to. Some of them got let go.
Are you good at firing?
No,
I'm terrible.
I let Megan do it. My best friend.
What about when the person calls you? Like,
I say, talk to Megan. I can't do that. Like, what do you say?
I don't know. I'm asking you. How do you do that?
No, I wouldn't. I don't want to fire anybody. I let Megan do it.
And who is Megan to you?
She's my assistant. She's my road manager now. She's all over B-SIMONE Beauty. She's my right hand. She's been my best friend since 6th grade, 19 years. So I moved. Well, I didn't move them, but I begged her and her family to come. I'm like, if you move from Columbus, Ohio, ain't nothing up there. Come to Atlanta. I got a job for you.
Wow.
Ain't nothing up there. Okay, bye guys. Okay. No, I was like, I got a job for you. Like, this is how much you'll make each month. Like, this is what I need you to do. And they finally moved. They moved like 6 months later. She was like, all right, I'm here, and been by me ever since. But she handles that. I can't fire people. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, walk me through your entrepreneurial journey, because there's a lot of social media influencers who don't have a dime.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So did you start off your celebrity on social media making money initially? No.
You can go back to my YouTubes. I have videos of me like 6-7 years ago, sleeping on the floor, like my basement flooded. I'm like, y'all, keep going. God bless. Like, I'm going to make it one day. Like, it's all on YouTube. I showed the ups and downs. Yes, I showed y'all the $1 million journey, but I also showed y'all me sleeping on the floor.
Right.
I show everything. I showed we had $1 million month. And the next month we had a $10,000 month.
Really?
From $1 million to 10,000.
What happened?
The hype was over. I was canceled.
Oh, so that was...
It was...
Wow.
What?
Oh, so that severely affected...
What?
You know what I was thinking?
From $1 million to 10 grand? I was like, I'm back to square one. I'm back in Dallas. That's how big of a jump it was.
Oh my God.
In 30 days, we grossed. Now, of course, like you said, there's expenses, there's this, there's that. We paying a team. It was gross. We made $1 million gross in sales. The next month, we made 10 grand in 30 days. And I showed that. I said, this is what it looks like to be an entrepreneur. This is what it looks like when your name is dragged through the mud for something that's totally false. This is what it looks like when you have a marketing plan one month and you're viral and the next month you're lazy or whatever. That wasn't my case, but this is what it looks like when you're an entrepreneur. From $1 million to 10 grand.
And what did that teach you?
Baby. Gotta humble you. I was like, I think Neo said it. I don't remember which one it was. Don't get so caught up on the numbers. Don't get so caught up on that. That's just the game we're in. It's the game we're in. You're going to have a $20,000 month. You're going to have a $100,000 month. You're going to have $1 million month. And it's like, okay, well, we spent all our money last month. We're not buying this month. Whatever it is, whatever the reasoning is. And it was so much surrounding that $1 million month, though. People don't understand the marketing that went.
Walk me through it.
Oh, my God. First of all, it was my birthday month. So on my birthday, I always do a huge sale. I do a huge thing. I had been chasing the baby for a year, right? That month, I dropped a picture with him and he announced that I was in his video. So many eyes and so much is on my page. So because I had manifested him for a year, now I'm selling a manifestation book. Everybody wants it. What is in this book?
Brilliant.
She been chasing down this rapper for 2 years. Now she the lead in his video. I need the book.
Wow.
It was just so many things at once. And I take pride in that book. I sat and I wrote it. And my lawyer probably gonna give me like, you can't talk about that. Okay. Yes, as I stated on social media, a few pages in that book were taken from Pinterest. Everybody knows that. Unbeknownst to me. Right. I had a whole team working on that book. But I was like, get this book. This is what I do. It was literally, I'm not an advice giver. I'm a truth teller. this is what worked for me.
Yeah.
It might work for you, it might not, but this is what I did, right? So that's all that's in that book. What my daily affirmations, this, and that. So I put that out the same month as my birthday, the same month that the baby promoted me. It was just so much promotion.
The stars aligned.
The stars aligned.
Yeah.
And I took a picture with him, posted the picture. You know, his last name is Kirk. Now the promo code is Kirk. So now people just want to use, it's just the hype and the marketing around it.
Gotcha.
But that's why we had such a great month. April 2020.
Did y'all ever go on a date?
No.
No?
No.
Did you shoot your shot? Because you would shoot your shot.
Yeah. I'm like, what's up? Look at me. He was like, girl, move. Goofy. Ha, like, you're funny. I'm like, I make myself too quick. I think that's the problem. First date, I'm like, what's up? Let him get to know you. Like, no, we never went on a date. But I do, he's a great businessman. And he's put so much money in my pocket by booking me for different things.
Oh, wow.
Just, you know, he's great. He's a great guy. Good. Yep.
So I thought it was genius too, because you used the whole, I'm looking for a boyfriend. You turned it into like a show.
I turned it into a comedy show. Yep.
Yeah. It was like on TV somewhere.
Yes? It was on Zeus.
Yeah, on Zeus.
It was on Zeus.
It
was a dating show.
Process.
It was fun. We shot the whole season of the show in like 7 days. We shot a different episode every day. We casted. Some was for entertainment. Some was like, if I find a man, I find a man.
So you were really looking for a man during the show?
Yes. Hello, single men that are here. Because y'all in the right place. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody out here is my missing link. This is where I need my man to be. Jesus. Shit.
I know what you're thinking. How the heck do you make money from a podcast? Is David just doing this podcast because he likes it, or there's a heavily monetized strategy attached to it? Well, it's both. I really love talking and interviewing people and getting free game from really successful people. But also, this is a 7-figure podcast. I'm telling you right now, there's so much money in podcasting, and we're early in the space. I really feel like it's 2009, and I'm telling you to buy Bitcoin. I'm right now telling you to start podcasting because in 5-10 years, it's skyrocketing. Those are the names that are going to be the ones who have the voices in our world, the ones that start a podcast right now, okay? So I put together everything I know about podcasting in an easily digestible program, okay? So go to podcastersblueprint.com, and you know I got to give y'all some love, okay? Enter code SOCIALPROOF. I'm taking 20% off so you can get your voice heard, all right? So this podcast that you're loving and enjoying, there's other people that's going to love and enjoy yours too, okay? Podcastersblueprint.com. Let's get back to the episode. You know, it seems like everything you do is just you. Like it's your personality, the things that you're going through. Like going through the baby, you probably had a real crush on him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, I'm telling people,
and then when I got it, I was like, just keep booking me, keep paying me. And we're friends now, you know. But yeah, it's just crazy. From the Will Smith, like I hosted his birthday party 2 weeks prior. I put stuff out with, you ain't got to know the how, the when. I just know what's going to happen. Yeah. I'm not worried about that. I don't need to know how. I don't need to know when. Yeah. I put 2 weeks before they called me and booked me for Will Smith. I posted on my Instagram a picture of Jada Pinkett. I want to meet her. I want to work with her. Tag her below. And when I met her, I said, this is crazy. She said, I didn't even see that. I just put it out. I said, I'm going to meet her. I'm going to work with her. 2 weeks later, I'm hosting her husband's birthday party.
Amazing.
You know, so it's just put it out. Believe it when you put it out and let God do his. You ain't got to worry about how, when. Oh my God, by the 30th, we got it. No, relax. Yeah. Just put it out. If you believe it, you believe it. I'm not worried about the how. It's going to happen. Denzel is next.
Was that right?
Yes. I manifested Will. I manifested Jamie Foxx, Taraji. Denzel is next.
You never met him yet?
I've never met him. I don't know what it's going to be. It might just be a meeting. It might just be a picture. I don't know.
What are you going to say to him when you meet him?
Ooh, do that scene in Malcolm X. I don't know. I'm glad you asked me that because now I got to think about it. See how the mind. Now it's the enemy.
See the conversation.
I don't know. Just organic. I'm probably say something funny. I don't know. So I love him.
Walk me through how, like there are people here that they want to grow their social media following, right? And I don't think you did it by accident.
Yeah.
How would you teach somebody to grow, to become this influencer that you are today?
A nice young lady just asked me that. Hey, kitty, so pretty. She asked me that back there. the more successful and older you get, the cliche stuff is just really real. I told her, be yourself. The problem isn't, I'm not getting sales, nobody's looking at me. The problem is you're not original. The problem isn't, oh, nobody's on my page. The problem is you're not being yourself. The problem isn't, man, nobody's buying my product, my followers aren't growing. The problem is consistency. The problem is discipline. The problem is self-control. Like, let's get to the root of the issue. You're not consistent. Let's get to the root of the issue. You're not even being yourself. You're so focused on this other entrepreneur, you're trying to do everything she's doing. Let's get to the root of the problem. The problem isn't your following isn't growing. It's that you're not even putting out your truth. We don't even know who you are. So I think just trying to find the root of the problem. What is my real problem? Okay, let's be honest. I'm not consistent. I post once a month. That's not going to work, baby. I post 4 times a day. So let's get to the root. The root is consistency, discipline, self-control, originality, truth. Let's focus on those things, and then it'll flourish. I think we focus so far on the future, and people ask me this in interviews all the time. What's your 5-year plan? Your 10-year plan? I think that's beautiful.
Dang, because I'm going to ask you that question.
No, and I'm going to answer it right now.
Don't answer it just yet. I'm asking again, but go ahead. Okay,
well, I think that's beautiful that people have that financially, goals, all that. But 5 years ago, I didn't see myself here. 10 years ago, this was not the plan. Every time I make a plan, God shifts it a little bit. So have these goals, have these plans, but I think we look so far ahead. 20 years, you don't know what you're doing next month, baby.
That's a fact.
You don't know. Focus on that. Focus small, So it's just like driving a car. I don't need to see 6 miles. I need to see right in front of me. I need to see the lights in front of me. That's it. I don't need to see 6 miles down the road. You're going to get there, but focus on what's in front of you. So having those plans is great. And I'm still working on that with my financial advisor. I just got one. He's like, B, you all over the place, sweetie. He's getting me together. But having those long-term goals is great. But I personally, this works for me. I'm not an advice giver. So if it don't work, don't say B-SIMONE said. For me, I take it slow. I take it a day. Okay, what are we doing this quarter? What are we doing this year? What do I see? Where do I see my business at the end of the year? We have these 10, 20-year plans, and you haven't even planned out your week, let alone your day. Yeah. You waking up with no intent on anything. Be intentional. What am I doing today? Be intentional.
I didn't, honestly, man, before today, I didn't know. One, I didn't know you grind like this. I didn't know you was a visionary like this. And people think that, including myself, you're a good content creator and people like it and then it goes around the world. But you're very, very intentional. You work hard.
Yeah.
We got to clap that up. For
yeah, thank you.
I'm super inspired.
Thank you.
And I know you got B-SIMONE Beauty. Can you walk through how that came about?
Yes. So somebody I used to work with on my team took me overseas. We found a warehouse and I was like, well, actually, I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I was modeling for my homegirl. Let's start there. And her picture of my lips went viral. And I was like, is that right? Okay. And I said, I think I'm about to start my own, because we're very close, right. My own cosmetic line. Are you going to feel this type of way? I'm going to do it regardless, but I just want to tell you.
She ain't blow away?
No. She was like, girl, no, do it, So I started, I went overseas, found my warehouse, and just started production. That took 1.5 years because I was so picky.
Hold on, give me an idea. Before you even get into production, you're going overseas.
Yeah.
Give me the vision that you see day one before you even start the process.
So honestly, it was just I love my lips was my favorite feature. I love lip gloss. If I go into my purse, I always have a lip gloss, right? So it's something I'm using daily. So that's going to be easy to promote. It's not forced. It's organic. I use it anyway. Either y'all are asking me what's on my lips and I'm going to say MAC or I'm going to say B-SIMONE Beauty.
Yeah.
So it's okay, cool. I can promote my own product. That was kind of easier for me to go that direction because it was something that I used every single day, whether it was mine or not. So I thought that would be easy to promote to the masses.
Think I could be a lip model? No, you can say that's okay. Okay, never mind. Next question. It's cool. All right, so you okay, I got this.
Is that a trick question?
I have this picture. Obviously, I like the way my lips look in this picture. It's my favorite feature about myself. What is the next step? What do we do?
So there was China trips every year. Somebody on my team used to do China trips every year. And I went and I found a factory.
But you were looking for it.
Specifically, I was like, I want to start a gloss line.
Gotcha.
I don't know where to start. Let's try this factory. I got there and I realized I could make the boxes. I can make the formula. I didn't want a private label. So if some people don't know what that is, private label is where you just find the product and put your logo on it. Right. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make my formula because I knew what kind of lip gloss I liked to wear. And I knew everybody wasn't going to like my product, right? So if I liked it, it didn't matter.
How'd you know what to put in it? Like creating a formula?
Well, I mean, I know no parabens. I wanted it vegan, animal cruelty free. And I wanted it thick. I wanted it creamy. I wanted it to shine. I wanted it to last long. Like all of these positives have certain ingredients in them. So like I said, if I knew everybody wasn't going to like it, if I liked it, it wouldn't hurt my feelings when somebody said, oh, I don't like this. Oh, okay. Well, girl, I love it. Right. You know, so you want to make sure you like it. So when somebody doesn't, it doesn't tarnish you. Make sure you like it. Because if you like it, it don't matter. You know, some people aren't. Like, oh, this is too thick for me. Oh, well, I like thick lip gloss, so I like it. So I made sure that I made my formula from scratch. And that took a year and a half. It was so draining. It was so hard because I would ship a sample to China and be like, do this. They would ship it back. It wouldn't have enough glitter. I would ship it back. It needs more glitter. They would ship it back. It would be too thick. I would ship it back. We were talking across the world. So that took a year and a half until I got the perfect formula. Once I got the perfect formula, we went into production.
I don't think people have that type of patience.
Oh,
it's
my
like
God.
they send it back. Oh, it's not right. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I need another manufacturer. Then you got to go through the same process.
So many times people on my team, just put it out. It's fine. No, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't care if you like it. You're not the face of the brand. I don't like it. I sent it back for a year and a half. Just put it out. We need to drop for your birthday. We're going to miss this birthday. We can drop it Christmas. I don't care when we drop it. It's not right. The formula is not right. So I did that for a year and a half. And then once I finally, oh my God, I remember the day in my little apartment. Like, oh, that apartment was so ghetto. I put it on. I was like, this might work. But I was like, okay, relax. Like, wear it all day. Wear it this week. I wore it every single day for like a week. And I was like, this is the one.
It's the line between being a perfectionist and delivering it, right? So did you find yourself maybe, okay, it's enough glitter. Maybe I'm just being too...
No.
You didn't feel none of that?
No. Not for that. For certain things, I'm not going to act like I'm just, like, I feel like some entrepreneurs are just like, I just wake up every day. I don't sleep. I don't eat. I'm a gorilla. No, I be sleep. Like, I take cat naps, and I learned that from Nick Cannon. He's like, okay, if you don't get sleep, like in the Uber, we don't talk. Like, I sleep in the Uber. Or if we have a break, we have a 30-minute break, I'll go to the corner and I'll rest. Like, I find ways to make it work, but there's times where I'm lazy. There's times where I'm not a perfectionist. There's times where I'm like, okay, you're procrastinating this month, not just this week. Like, I have my human moments. So I don't want people to be like, every entrepreneur is just, people get to a certain level where they can delegate and other people they can chill. I can chill a little bit now, more than I could 5 years ago, but not enough because I'm not where I want to be. Yeah. But I can, okay, you go ahead and do that. I'm going to throw you a couple $100. I don't want to do that, but so I am sometimes catch myself like, all right, don't get lazy, don't get comfortable. I do have those human moments.
I love it. All right, and there's another topic that I have to talk about, your relationships, right? So
with friends or men?
With men.
Oh.
Because that's a public conversation that you have. And you are, you're very transparent. You're very transparent with it.
I'm so transparent.
But when all the cameras are off, what goes through B-Simone's mind in terms of what's going to happen with my relationship status?
Well, you know what's crazy? I'll talk about this because I was single for 9 years and then I got in a relationship last summer.
So when you say single?
I wasn't celibate.
I wasn't asking all that, man. Like, I was just...
I said single.
All right, keep going, because I forgot my question. All right. Proceed, bitch.
I was having fun. I was doing me. What was the question?
So you're single 9 years.
I was single 9 years. Okay, yes.
He's been a special guy.
He was so special, but he didn't make the cut.
Why?
He did not honor one of my non-negotiables. And for the first time ever in my life, I walked away in that moment. The first time ever. Out of all the men I've dated, out of all the men I've, been intimate with or talked to or boyfriend, girlfriend or dating or whatever, the first time I was like, I love myself. Oh my God. I feel like God put me through that relationship to take me to that very moment to test me. Okay, we're going to see if you even ready. We're going to see. Because baby, if my husband is number 20, I'm not going to get stuck on number 4. You hear me? So, okay, 5, 6. Oh, okay, come on. You're not, okay. No. Oh, okay, cool. Number 20. Oh, okay. Maybe he's 21. I'm going to keep moving until we find that equally yoked. And you have to honor the non-negotiables. I'm very honest.
What was the non-negotiable that he broke?
It was just a non-negotiable. and ladies, when you say non-negotiable, that means you can't negotiate. There is no back and forth. I haven't talked to him since the day I found out, since the day I left him.
Wow.
And mind you, we dated for 11 months. I thought we were house shopping the day before I found out. So God helped me dodge a bullet. But this isn't my husband of 15 years. We ain't got 5 kids. Ain't nothing tied to you. I dated you for 11 months. Cool. 11 months.
But the single 9 years, 11 months, this is like a bright future. How did you develop, okay, I'm done? Because I know there's a lot of people, y'all been through that. You at least have a conversation, need some closure.
God is going to give you the same test until you get it. He is going to keep okay, here's the same guy. You keep going back here. Keep taking him. He's going to give you the same test until you pass. I finally passed. I'm one step closer to my husband. I finally passed. God put me through chaos for 9 years to show me what I don't want. I know that. I know I ain't trying to be out here in these streets no more. To show me what I don't want, he gave me a year of beautiful love with that man. It's a great man. He's just not ready. He's a great man, though. I have nothing negative to say about him. Beautiful love. I was so happy with him. It was beautiful to show me what is possible. And then the day I found out to see if I loved myself, all these tests to this moment, I passed them all.
Congratulations.
You get what I'm saying? So God is going to give you the same test over and over until you pass.
All right, so you don't tell me what that one is, but can you give me some of the non-negotiables that you have as a single woman?
Now, after him, I got a few more on my list. You can have kids. You just cannot have multiple baby mothers. So at first I was like, no kids, and that's not fair. Let's, it's cool. I mean, it is fair because I ain't got no kids, so you don't have the baggage, but
Right.
You can have kids, but not. I can't multiple because once again, it goes to the root: self-control, discipline, maturity. We get into the root of the problem.
For sure.
Why do you have 5 baby mamas?
Because you got a bunch of baby mamas that are
sorry to anyone that does, but you need to work on discipline. You need to work on self-control, my brother. We might not be there yet, but you do.
Okay, other than obviously there's no 9 to 5. That's the non-negotiable.
But yeah.
What else you got? They might be watching.
I don't date cheaters. I don't date cheaters. I believe I'm so open. I'm so open-minded. I'm so honest. If you cheat on me, you don't love yourself because you're not walking in your truth. You're not being who you wholeheartedly are. Now I don't know you. I don't mind. I don't even mind the polyamory, and I get it. I think that's lit when people are like, yeah, these my 2 girls. I'm like, that's fine. Why? Because they're honest. I think that's lit. I love that. Nick Cannon is a prime example. A part of his lifestyle I don't agree with, which is none of my business, but a part that I do, he lets the women know who he is up front. I have no desire to get married. I have no desire to be with you monogamous. I don't want to be in a monogamous relationship, but I can love you. I ain't mess with you, my nigga. That's not right. Tell me more. But when I have in my mind, we committed to being in a monogamous relationship, that's what I'm expecting. Yeah. If you don't desire to be committed, don't commit. So I don't want to deal with a cheater because a cheater boils down to a liar who's not walking in his truth.
And And we know what you don't want. Give me if you could build a man.
Oh.
What would be your...
Be nice. God-fearing. I mean, all the cliche stuff. I'm at this chapter in this journey in my life that I'm so big on purpose. When you open up your mouth, I want you to care about something. Oh, I'm getting money. We know you get money, but like, what's the purpose behind it? Like, what is the drive? You have your purpose, I have mine. What is our purpose together? Yeah. What are we doing together? You get what I'm saying? So I want a man that is full of purpose and he has God at the root of his life. You know, those are the top two. Are you back out dating after your last situation? I am dating. You're back outside? Hello, y'all. What? I'm out here. I be in my DMs every day like, nobody's in here. Hello, look at me. Nobody is in my DMs.
I don't believe that, B-SIMONE.
I will give you my phone. That's how much nobody is in here. It's literally like pages with no profile picture, following no people, and their bio says, I'm like, well, who are you? No, there's no one in there.
Gotcha. I want to take like some questions. You cool with questions?
From the audience?
Yeah, from the audience.
Oh my gosh.
This is going to be, because
don't ask me nothing about on the back end of my stock company. Okay.
So we're going to take 5. We're going to line up to the mic right there. We're going to first off, please give another round of applause for B-SIMONE. This is, I think we got to see a side of you. Other way. There you go. I think we got to see a side of it. I don't know if we're gonna take all in. What?
Oh wow!
Y'all gotta give my girl a little time. Okay. All right. But I think we got a chance to see a side. First off, I didn't know you was a motivational speaker.
I'm not.
That's the first thing.
I did not want to come up here after Neo and them. I was so scared.
I need a keynote at a B-SIMONE, right? Like we need a keynote. I need to see that one. It's so much inside of you. Like,
it is.
My gosh.
It is.
I think just in this space that's maybe hidden behind kind of obviously your brand, but like when you get a chance to talk to you.
Yeah. And I put a lot of that out. Like I have my fitness journey now and I talk a lot about that. I cry on social media if I'm in a bad mood. I know, people are like, if you crying on camera, it ain't real. But sometimes I just pull out my camera. I'm like, y'all, this is how I feel right now. Yeah. Like I'm going through it and you're not alone. Like I'm going through a bad time or whatever. I talk like this on my social media here and there so people see both sides of me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, look. So listen, here's the thing, okay? This is going to be 15 minutes.
What?
Okay? Huh? You're going to start with your question. We're going to start with the question.
My question.
And then don't start with okay, my question is, so the thing is, I'm trying to start with the question. All right, so say your name and start with the question.
Y'all, yes, I'm just leading. Once again, I am not an advice giver. I am a truth teller.
Yes, you are.
I'm going to give my best truth and...
You gave me some good advice today.
Really?
What? Don't let her say she's not a motivational speaker because when she speaks, people are motivated. And I don't think, you can't take that for granted.
Thank you.
Cool. Start with the question.
Bruce Hill, New Skills, New You. When do you pivot and when do you persevere?
Ooh.
When do you pivot? When do you persevere?
Jesus.
That's a good question.
Once again, I'm gonna go back to Megan. She always says this: whatever your beliefs are, I'm not saying pushing my religion on anybody, but whatever that higher power is, the closer you get to that, the easier it is to hear. Quiet yourself. All this chaos, whether it's meditation, whether it's a moment, whatever you have to do, quiet yourself so you can hear. Sometimes all the clutter and the chaos doesn't give us an opportunity to pivot. We stay in the same position. Oh, you're not listening. Give yourself a minute, reduce the stress. Whatever that higher power is, you should be able to hear him. And when he tells you to move, you should be able to move. So I feel like that's what I did in my life. Certain moments, it took me a long time to move on from somebody on my team. I should have pivoted a year ago, honestly, 2 years ago. I'm just now pivoting. And now I feel that breakthrough of that perseverance and that strength. But I wasn't listening. It was so much clutter. So you have to be still for a little bit and be able to hear that voice. I hope that helped. But
That's good.
you just be still. Quiet out the noise for a little bit. We so on the go and so on the move that we don't hear and we don't listen. Be still, whatever that is for you. If it's a week on the couch, take a moment and write down your thoughts and get your mind right.
I love it. Good question.
Hi. My name is CEO Breezy.
Hey.
Nice to meet you, sweetheart.
First off, real quick, Breezy single.
Ow!
You know what I'm saying?
I almost was like, hey.
So when we, when we go bowling later,
David is committed to my mission of
I'm
finding
here for her. We're going to get her right.
No narcissism. So I hear you talk a lot about faith. I just wanted to know if you could describe the type of faith that it took you to get through your most difficult moments in life.
I think I said that a little bit, but one thing I'm going to go back to is it's temporary. It's temporary. Emotions and feelings are temporary. And history repeats itself. Everything you've gone through in the past and gotten through, why in your right mind would you feel like you wouldn't get through it? Through this. You've gotten through everything else, right? History is just going to repeat itself. The pain is going to repeat itself. It's temporary. When you're happy, live in that moment, baby, because that's temporary. When you're sad, it's temporary. I think that's the main thought that gets me. It might last a year. It might last a day, but it's not going to stay there. So you just have to keep fighting until it's gone. I think the main thought that gets me through that, this is temporary. Okay, I'm going to cry. I'm going to feel it. Okay. I am upset. I am angry. I am frustrated. I am down. I am starting not to believe, it's temporary. It's temporary. And the faith has to be stronger than the fear. That's it. You can't do both. God, I trust you. Then why are you worrying? So you don't trust him. you can't trust him and worry. So once again, we're human though, but you have to train your mind. When you start feeding your mind with good food, it's just like your body. We on Instagram all day. I still follow the Shade Room, but I had to mute them. I'm going to see y'all when I want to. Y'all not just going to pop up and ruin my day. Right? Ain't nothing positive on the internet. You're not following anything positive. There's a whole world out there of positivity. You just decide to follow this. It's not enough people supporting BBL, big girls, and you're just not following that. There's a whole world out there for thick girls. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole world out there for positive mindset and motivational thinking. You're just not following it. So feed your mind with positivity. And if you trust God, the worry can't exist.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. Y'all doing good.
Hey there, I am Dia, your power pusher.
Oh, yes.
I want to start with my backstory, just to kind of let you know where I'm coming from.
I was looking for Kat.
Now. Okay, here's my question for you. First of all, I love you. So awesome.
Okay.
How did you prepare for what you prayed for?
Ooh.
How do you prepare for what you pray for?
I think self-work, but that came recently. I was always working on myself, but not to the extent that I am now. The word anxiety, depression, mental health, those words as a Black woman haven't came out of my mouth until the past couple years. Right. Couple years. I'm 31. I wasn't talking about depression, anxiety, and mental health at 21, my early 20s, but now I'm in therapy. I have a relationship coach. I dig deeper. I try new things. I hate reading. Bernstein was like, did you read the book I gave you for your birthday? I said, what book did you give me? Try new things. Feed your mind. You have to work on you. And that is unknowingly preparing you for the future. The better you are, the less lazy you are, the more disciplined you are, the more self-control you have with every aspect. I learned that on my fitness journey. It ain't about my body. It's about if I'm going to get up and go work out. It's about my mind. It ain't about me having abs. It's about, am I going to stay down and stay consistent and be patient?
That's heavy.
It's not about, I can't control what I'm eating. You have no self-discipline. You overeating. You're not even hungry and you still eating. You full. You got to take 2 more bites. Discipline. Self-control. It's not about the exterior. So once you master those deeper things, it'll unfold in every aspect of your life. Every aspect, self-control, discipline, all those things that we need to succeed, master those, and then everything else will unfold. Start with something little. I used to never make my bed. I would never hear that. I don't know where I heard it or saw it or read it. Whatever it said successful people, millionaires, make their bed. I said, I can't make my bed in the morning. You walk in my room might be a mess, but that bed is made. Now, them clothes on the floor is laziness. We gotta get to the root. Procrastination. We gotta get to the root of that pile of clothes on the floor, but that bed is made, right? So start with something small. Test yourself. Why am I getting up at 8 and my appointment is at 8:30? That's not how you start your day. I used to do that. Oh, I got 20 more minutes. No, you don't. Get up. Sit up. Breathe. Relax. Open up your eyes. Don't roll out the bed and hop in the car. That's not how you start your day. Start with something small and see if you can master discipline and self-control.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I'm a little short. Can you hear me now? All right.
Yes.
Hi, B-SIMONE.
Hi.
Peace and love. My name is Kobe. I'm
Thank
the holistic hippie.
Ooh, I need to talk to you.
Yes, ma'am. I got you. So my question is, how did you overcome shame and then get back up again and get back in these streets, get back promoting yourself, stand 10 toes about your journey?
Man, I still battle with it a little bit. The people I had around me, I would say my team, they knew me, right? So they didn't quit. They didn't walk away. They were, okay, we know who you are. You good? Like, what you need? Like, the core team. I think Neo, I forget the other guy, talked about it. Your environment. Jesus, your environment. You need that backbone. We're human. None of us have these superpowers to where we just, okay, keep doing that. It's going to come up 10 years, 20 years. It's going to come up. You keep brushing that stuff under the rug is still there. Feel it. So I was so embarrassed. And what did people think about me? The people I had around me, the support I had around me. And once again, my mind is so strong, but that comes with practice. The things you've been doing for all these years, it's just because you've just been doing them for all these years. It's just habit and practice. Start to practice controlling your mind. It's the strongest. You guys, your mind can literally make things up. You can, as a woman, you can think you're pregnant and your body will start to produce pregnancy symptoms. I do it all the time. It's crazy. I'm like, oh, it's a boy. Your mind. So once you strengthen that muscle, everything else will follow. But I think your team and your mind. I talk a lot about the mind because I'm a living proof of that. You can be so in your mind. I know from stand-up. Stand-up was my biggest fear. I've been doing it for 3 years. What if I fall? Oh my God, they're not going to laugh. It's 30,000. They're not going to laugh. I'm not funny. Why am I here? I can do hair. I should just do hair. I get on stage and murder it. Kill it. I'm up there with Martin Lawrence. Your mind. It was my mind. Half the things of what you think it ain't going to happen anyway. It's just fear and it's the enemy. Once you master your mind, everything else will follow. People take the mind for granted. It's so strong. It can literally give you depression, right? We living in the past. We sad about something that already happened. It can give you anxiety. You worried about something that ain't even happened yet. The body wasn't meant to do that. The body was meant to live in the moment. The mind. Master your mind. Focus on your team, the people around you. If they're not pouring into you, baby, bye.
Gratitude.
Because I know you pouring into somebody. You pouring into them. Pouring into me ain't always got to be financial. I could pick up the tab if you're my piece. I could pay for the trip if you working. You always on your laptop. You benefiting my brand. I could pick up the finances, but you got to pour into me with something. Information, wisdom, peace. Maybe you just make me laugh. You're good energy. Great. Come on. But you got to pour into me. So the mind and the people around you.
Thank you.
Amazing. All right.
Hi, I'm MUA Tasha Renee, and I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Oak Cliff?
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, girl, you ghetto.
So thank you, first of all, and everything you said. So I'm not going to be that deep, though. But it's important, but it's not.
Yeah.
So I want to know, Now, building your team, how do you build that team, especially when you're at a certain point? You helped me to realize watching you that I need to create a team with my personality type and working. So how do you build a team when it's not your family, not your friends? You know that. And the other part is sourcing vendors or manufacturers. Do you feel like you have to go out the country to find that, or other ways? If you have any suggestions for that?
The having to go out the country, no, but it depends on where you are with your business, right? So if you go in state, you could buy 20 units, 50 units, but the price is higher.
Right.
If you really feel like you can move 1,000, 5,000 units, go overseas because the prices, you might buy a unit here for $5, but you can only get 50. Okay. Overseas is 50 cents. So you just have to see where your business is. How many units can you move? If you feel like you can move a lot, overseas it is. If you feel like you can't, start small and see what your business is going to do. I would start small. Okay, let's see if I can move this 100. Let's see if I can move 500. Okay, now I'm moving 1,000. It might be time to shift overseas. You're just going to lose more money in the States because it's higher. And what was the first part of your question? I'm sorry, baby.
Building the team. When it's not your family, not your friends, just like, I know I need these things. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Because if I could do it, I would have did it already.
The first thing I did was I put it out there and I gave people a chance. A lot of them weren't qualified per se. They didn't know a lot about Shopify or shipping products. They were just hungry. I gave them a chance. Some of them stayed. Some of them were still with me from day one. Some of them, okay, I let go. You was putting on a facade. You wasn't that hungry. You got lazy the third week, but give people a chance that are more hungry. They might not have to know it all, but some of my team, I was like, okay, you want to work? Okay, cool. What can you bring to the table? Cool. She's master of Shopify. I don't want to learn Shopify. I want to sell the product and do this and be on tour. I'm not trying to sit there and learn about Shopify. Right. She did that, So give people a chance to show you that they want to be there. Show you they want to be there.
That's good.
They don't have to know everything, is my answer. They don't have to be a master at it if you're building a small team. But as long as they're hungry to learn and take a little slack off of you, give them a chance.
First off, it's the business coach B for me.
No, literally, I'm still figuring it out.
No, what?
I told Ernestine this. I said, when they ask me questions, I'm going to be like, put God first. I don't know. Y'all give me advice, please.
Amazing. Question.
Hey, B-SIMONE. My name is Trey Jackson.
Hey.
My question, you talk a lot about purpose and passion. So when you're someone who's multi-passion, purpose, deciding you're going to stick to this to give it time to see this out, but you're kind of missing out on that. You spoke to you wanted to do music.
Yep.
And you didn't get to what you wanted to do was that music. How did you kind of reconcile? I'm going to choose this, which means, I'm not doing this, what I also really wanted to do.
So sometimes, once again, opening up your mind and focusing, the people told me. I could have kept fighting. I'm going to put out my music. I'm fire at music. They're telling me right here in the numbers, in the comments, they want this. Okay, let me keep giving them what they want. I'm not compromising my morals. I'm not being myself. This is still a part of who I am. I'm still entertaining. I can do music later. Now I can drop a record. Now I can, use that first. But you do have to figure out what is slightly working a little more, what is feeling a little more, and put that other stuff to the side. Don't try to build both. Build one, and then you can come back to that once this is built up. That's what I did with my comedy. I never thought in a million years I was going to be a comedian. Social media did that. But the numbers, I would put out music, it wouldn't do nothing. I would put out a ranting. All right, this is what they want. Let me give them what they want. I'm still being myself. I'm still, walking in my truth. I'm not being fake about it, but I can do music later once this excels. So I think focusing on that one thing and then backdooring with that. You don't have to give it up. Just focus on one thing first. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. Next question. You don't got men's. I'm still working on my lip model.
Oh my gosh. I'm working on that.
B-SIMONE Beauty or something?
No, that's fire though.
Getting
Getting that trademark tonight.
Oh, one more question? Okay, we got one more question. I'm sorry. What? 1 minute.
1 minute?
Yes.
Awesome. Hey, my name is Nella. I'm my brother's keeper is the brand. And first and foremost, manifesting your man is possible because I manifested mine.
I believe it.
Yes. So my question for you is, because you talked about when you went through your depression and everything else, and really figuring out what your triggers were. What was that process? What did that look like for you, figuring out those triggers?
Acknowledging how, so once again, I told you, I used to cry a lot and not know why. in that moment, what is happening? Maybe I just got a text. That person was my trigger. Maybe I just saw something on TV. Why am I watching a murder film and I'm depressed? Literally, like the things you feed your mind, I would write down. And when I was happy, I'm like, wow, out of 30 days, today's my first happy day. Why am I feeling happy? I took my dog for a walk today. Something as simple as that. Something as simple as getting out the house and walking the dog literally raised my endorphins. I would write it down and I would make a list of my triggers. And when I felt happy, why? What did I eat for breakfast? Did I have water today? Literally, what am I putting into my body? Document that. And you'll start to see a cycle. Okay, every time she texts me, I'm a little off. Seriously. A text, seeing a person's name pop up on your phone can give you anxiety. Literally. And I wasn't correlating the two. I was like, oh, it's just business, it's work. No, she is toxic, baby.
Wow.
She is causing you to have anxiety. So every little moment, you have to learn yourself daily. Learn yourself daily. I wrote it down, though. From the moment I woke up to when I wrote it, okay, I'm about to cry now. What just happened? Write it down. Write it down, and you'll see the cycle. It's a lot of the same things you're writing daily will pop up.
Golly, clap that up, man. For being intentional. Amazing. Last question.
Hey, girl.
Hey. My voice is gone because I've been on go. So I'm LaDonica Whitfield. Empower Essence is my brand. But going back to the team aspect of it, a lot of us want to have our day ones with us or the people that is really close to us. Do you feel like you would have been able to keep those core people with you if maybe y'all would have did like contracts or, made a job description or anything like that? Just no friends, just keep it all separate.
No, I won't say keep it separate. I work with my best friend of 19 years, but that's very rare. And we're women.
Right.
But when I say Megan knows her purpose, my purpose is to serve. She says it every day. My purpose is to serve God. She's not trying to be the artist. Her dream isn't to be stand-up. My purpose is to serve. She's a wife and she's a mother of 3 kids. She knows her purpose. When my shoes untied, Megan bends down and I'm like, stop. My purpose is to serve. So she's my best friend of 19 years, but she knows her purpose. She knows her walk. A lot of people you grow up with don't know that. They don't know who they are. How can they support you? A contract don't mean nothing. Let me tell you that right now. It don't mean nothing. Get your contract, sign it, but it don't mean nothing. Okay, that's all out the window when ego and jealousy and this and that gets involved and you don't know who you are, so you breaking me down because now I'm excelling. Yeah. No. And let me tell you, you could be with your day one, but if you shift, it's okay. Sometimes I just let somebody on my team go that has been with me for 4 years. God used you as a vessel, baby. Your time is up. It ain't about us. Well, I did this and I helped you. No, baby, God used you as a vessel just like he did everybody else in my life. You were a vessel for this chapter. I'm going to move on and excel, and you can go that way and excel. We don't have to force it. You don't have to be with me for the next 30 years. You were a part of my little beginning. God used you for that moment. It's okay to let people go. And if they don't get it, if it causes you your peace, we already know it's too much, right? Yes. It caused me my peace. I couldn't sleep at night. I was literally let me tell you real quick. I know we got less than a minute. I was having dreams about bugs on me. It sounds crazy. Bugs every night. I finally Googled it. Anxiety, depression, worry. As soon as I let that person go, instantly the dreams were gone.
Wow.
Instantly gone. It can't, it's okay. You were my day one. Great. I paid you. You were working. You were doing a service. You got paid for the service. Great. It's time to separate. Don't be afraid to separate, because if you're not happy, how you going to lead? If you ain't in your right mind, how you going to lead? That whole time I was depressed, I'm looking at my team like, I have to pay them. You need to get up out of your depression and figure it out. How you going to lead if you're not happy? So you come first on your team, and then you can, water everybody else.
I love it. Great questions, Laura. We're about to wrap this thing up. I do got one question, okay, because I asked everybody the same question.
Where do you see yourself?
No. Well, kind of.
I'm like, I don't know.
But what do you think? I like to just make predictions on the podcast. So what do you see yourself accomplishing? What do you think you will have accomplished within the next 5 years so that I can watch this video and say, yo, B-Simone said that 5 years ago. She said she's going to do it.
So now I am selling out comedy clubs. I've done theaters. My goal by the time I say 35, but I really want to say 33, but I'm scared, but I'm not going to live in fear. So I'm going to say 33.
33, right? 33. 33? We going to support you, B-Simone, 33?
33. I keep saying 35, like no, 33. The number 33 just keeps jumping out to me.
That's
so
it.
33, I want to headline arenas. Right now I'm on an arena tour with Martin Lawrence, but he's the headliner with Tony Roberts and all of these legends, Bruce, and all of these old school legends that are selling out arenas. I want to headline.
Do me a favor. Can you change the language a little bit?
I'm going to headline.
Okay, let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
So, let's go.
When I am 33.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
Come on, B. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
When I'm 33, I am going to headline my own comedy tour, and it will be arenas with 15, 20, 30,000 people.
I love it. They believe you. They believe you. See, they believe you. They support you. They're there.
Thank you. Yes.
But thank you so much. This has been such.
And hopefully you have a man.
This has been so empowering for me, for everybody, because I don't know if, and I don't know if you even desire that, but I believe like you are going to empower tens of hundreds of thousands of people with just your message, not your entertainment, not your jokes, not your music.
Yeah.
But you got something special inside of you.
Thank you.
And I hope you know that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So please let everybody know how they can support B-Simone Beauty. And close us out with a word of wisdom.
Oh, word of wisdom? Jesus wept. B-Simone Beauty. Everything is on my Instagram. The B-Simone, y'all. Of course. When does this come out?
I don't know.
Okay. I was going to say Black Friday sale. Please take it. B-Simone Beauty is my baby. I am going to drop with B-Simone Fit, my new fitness journey. I've been showing I'm 12 pounds down, 7% body fat.
Congratulations.
Gone. That is just like, I'd be crying in the gym and my trainer's like, it's okay. And I'm like, it's so mental, but I'm going to share that journey and what has worked for me at the top of the year for all my followers there. So y'all can find that on B-Simone Fit.
Good.
And words of wisdom, I don't have my thing right now. What I'm on right now is purpose and truth. Purpose and truth. I don't have to hide who I am because people are like, oh, B-Simone in that Toyota. Yep, it's on Instagram. Like, I'm so truthful with who I am. There's nothing anybody can tell y'all about me that I haven't already said publicly, privately, whatever. So purpose and truth. Find your purpose and walk in your truth.
I love it. Listen, we cannot close it out no better than that. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. So thank you guys for listening to the Social Proof Podcast. Do yourself a favor, okay? Go get you some social proof. Go build something really, really big. But I need you to go back to your community and teach them how you did it. We're out of here. B-Simone, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
B-Simone, ladies and gentlemen. What if I told you for $1, I will introduce you to hundreds of entrepreneurs every single morning this week? From all across the country, you'll be able to talk to hundreds of entrepreneurs, and I'll coach you. I'll coach you for $1 this whole week, and I'll introduce you to some of my successful friends for $1 this week. Would you take part in that? Well, go to themorningmeetup.com because that's exactly what we're doing here, okay? The only organization that gathers entrepreneurs every single day for the betterment of entrepreneurship, okay? Every single day, Monday through Friday, we gather, we're growing, we're learning. We got a book club. Have you ever seen hundreds of entrepreneurs reading the same book every single chapter, every single day? We're growing together, okay? You need the environment to grow in. Themorningmeetup.com, $1. I'm going to give you all of this for $1. If you want to stay, great. It's $79 a month after that. If not, no obligation. You can leave whenever you want. All right? Themorningmeetup.com. I'll see you in the morning.